This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Can you say 3P? Union Scotties, WPIHL champions.
The Neshannock Lancers are PIHL Class 2A state champions once again.
Swing and a miss. The Union Scotties. It's double gold for the County of Champions.
Wilmington, your District 10 1A champ.
Makes the catch. Now we'll do it. Mohawk, back to back. Go celebrate.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
There he is. Left corner for three. He's the now all-time leading scorer.
Palmer McCain makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house.
Francis Monitis works through Rinson. Has a chance. Score!
Off the tip of the glove of the first baseman, Benedict. Actually recovered. And did they get her? They did!
He has wide open. Dave McKnight gets the touchdown.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Monday night is hockey night in Lawrence County. Tonight, a Division II playoff contest between Trinity and the Neshannock Lancers. Good evening and welcome to Hess Ice Arena. Eric Thomas and Lee Moan with you here. Welcome to the Castle Asphalt pregame show as we are about set for face-off tonight between the Lancers at 13-4-2. They finished tied first with Ringgold, 44 points atop D2, and they will take on the Trinity Hilltoppers at 11-7-1. They finished fourth in the section race. These two teams met just a couple of weeks ago. They met twice during the regular season, split them, but it's that game back on February 2nd, won 6-5 by Trinity in overtime, a game in which Trinity jumped out to a big lead early. Neshannock fought their way back in it, forced overtime, and then ultimately lost in overtime. Since that point, Neshannock's won 3 in a row, combined score 21-2 against Elizabeth Forward, McDowell, and Swickley. That was their only overtime loss of the season. Third meeting between these two here tonight. The winner goes on to take on either Ringgold or Knock coming up next week at RMU. And Lee Moan, my partner tonight, this ought to be a pretty good ball game here, so to speak. They got these two teams split the regular season. This is the rubber match, and the loser is done for the year.
Yeah, and talking to our producer, Matt Flannery, he says Neshannock's been an up-and-down team this year. You just don't know what team you're going to get. At least they're going into the playoffs now. They're on that winning streak here tonight. Plus your home ice and a little bit better, more to play for now because this is one and you're done now because there's no tomorrow. So we'll see what the Neshannock team decides to come out here tonight.
Trinity is also on a bit of a streak here. They've won their last two games by a combined 15-1 against both Knock and Carrick, but they have the best scoring duo in all of D2 in Zach Giblets, who has 38 points, and you got Seamus Coyle, who's got 62 points to lead D2. 7th in points for Giblets, number 1 overall in points for Coyle. And Coyle had 2 goals against Neshannock the last time they played. What are they going to have to do to neutralize those two tonight?
Yeah, I've never seen 44 goals for a high school kid during the regular season, which is amazing. I mean, somehow you're going to have to try to slow them down. You're going to have to put sticks into them, body them, be physical with them if you can. Try to get them off their game. Try to get them frustrated if you can, because and let somebody else beat you, because you don't want Seamus Coyle. He said 44 goals, 18 assists. It's just insane for high school hockey.
Ian Vranek also 21 points for this Trinity team. He had the overtime goal against Neshannock back on February 2nd, so he was the one that decided that game. It is a Trinity team that has outscored opponents 108-82 this season. For Neshannock, a lot bigger goal differential this year, plus 50 in the goal differential, 103-53. Both these teams pretty good on the penalty kill as well. Neshannock enters play tonight, killing off 83.3% of their penalties. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk to you about the goalie matchup. We'll listen to the anthem, and then we got a fresh sheet of ice here at Hess, and we're ready to do battle in some playoff hockey here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Don't like coming up
Back here at Hess Ice Arena as we're almost set for face-off tonight between Trinity and Neshannock as these two teams take their warm-ups. Let's look at the goalie matchup here tonight for Trinity. It appears to be Chase Jones who will get the start. 20 games played this season, 7-4 record, 47 goals allowed, a 4.29 goals allowed average, 87% save percentage. He and Sidney Matthews both have 87% save percentages, although Mathers allowing slightly less goals per game with a 5-3 record. For Neshannock, it's going to be Trip Johns, 8-3 in 20 appearances, 25 goals allowed. Really, really nice 2.43 goals allowed average, and he is saving at a 90% clip. Of course, we've seen him in the past this season, and he's a good one. Good goalie matchup here tonight. Really, you go back to the 6-5 game between these two a couple of weeks ago, you look at that and say, well, not really, the greatest goaltending in that game as we went to overtime. There's 11 goals scored in that game, but these are two pretty good keepers here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to be sharp here. And first, as they always say, first goal is always the big one in hockey, and it's going to be definitely a big one here tonight just for the confidence boost. And for Neshannock, on their home ice here, you want to get off to a fast start.
Yeah, absolutely. Good crowd on hand, too. The end is full, and right around the glass on the side, the other corner is full, and there's some SRO by the doorway here as well. So good crowd on hand to see this one here tonight as they're going to line up on the blue lines, and we are going to get set to listen in on tonight's national anthem. And then it'll be puck drop here between Neshannock and Trinity in the D2 playoffs, part of the PIHL, and the winner goes on to the next round at RMU to take on either Knock or Ringgold. It might be a matchup of the top two teams if Neshannock gets through here tonight against Ringgold in that semifinal next week at RMU. Let's listen in on tonight's national anthem. National anthem here and the stick slap on the ice echoing through this awesome arena for high school hockey here, Hess Ice Arena in the Neshannock area, just right up the road from Neshannock High School. What an awesome place to watch some high school hockey here in Lawrence County. And again, we have a playoff matchup here tonight. The winner will take on either Knock or Ringgold, and semifinals, not really the way you'd want to see it between your top two teams, but that might be the way it ends up going. Now, everything else in the bracket is either Wednesday night, I beg your pardon, or Thursday. So the other two matchups, and there is a look on the bracket there. You got Morgantown, the number 1 seed, taking on Deer Lakes, Connellsville and Burrell on that side. That's Wednesday and Thursday, and then also Thursday is going to be the Ringgold Knock game. So we won't know a potential matchup if the Lancers win this until Thursday night, and then you look at the semifinals a week from this Thursday, both at RMU, and then the championship game at UPMC Lemieux, right off 79 on Monday, March 16th, the day before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, what do you think? Knock had the shortest drive out of all the 4 schools, probably?
Probably.
At least an hour?
Yeah.
With Trinity, I mean, that's way down by Washington, so that's over an hour.
As we are underway here from Hess, puck controlled by Trinity off the faceoff. They get it in the zone right away, and John's going to pluck that out of the air. And we'll restart from the circle in the Neshannock zone. A couple of good players. Jacob Gruber, 31 points. See him off the faceoff. This is going to get cleared out of there by Shane Johns. The other way, he fires one on net, and that's kicked away. And the Hilltoppers will play it up the near side, across center ice. Throwing one on net and stopping it, Johns, Henry Coyle got a good clean look at that. And Johns was able to get crouched down and put the glove on that one to stop the second shot on goal so far for Trinity.
Yeah, it was a deceiving little wrist shot there from Coyle. Had some open space and tried to go to that 5-hole, but good job at Johns closing it.
Face off in the Trinity zone, won by Hannon. Covelli plays it up the boards for Neshannock. Unimpeded for the moment. And he'll slide it down into the Trinity zone, around the boards and back around the corner and up the far side. Controlled there by Seamus Coyle. Keep your eye on him, number 83. We mentioned 44 goals this season. That one's dumped back in there by Covelli.
And sure, some of the competition might not have been as strong, but still, 44 goals is impressive.
That one thrown on net again and kicked away by Chase Jones. Played back around the net. Looking for the centering pass. The Hilltoppers won't let it happen as they'll play it up ice. And it'll be cleared, and Neshannock will recover. Covelli slips behind the blue line, plays it up the far side. And this one's tapped back down into the Neshannock zone again as Covelli again will play it off the boards. It'll pitch up front to Ryan Hazy. And that one's played back into the Neshannock zone and back behind Johns and whipped around the far side of the near side of the boards by the Lancers. As he has that one stopped. Way down right below us and back around behind Johns. Neshannock trying to clear it out of there. Good contact right there outside the circle. Played right back in front of the net. Slides under Covelli's skate. Again into the corner. And Neshannock having all kinds of problems trying to clear this thing. And finally, they will get it out of their zone. Shot on goal is kicked away. And we'll get a whistle with a line change as we hit the 15:04 mark here in the first period.
Well, I thought maybe we were going to get a penalty in that far side. Looked like one of the Trinity players possibly might have got hooked there, but no call earlier on. How about the hit by Brody Woodstow from Trinity?
Yeah, we've seen this Neshannock team, the game with Wilmington earlier this season. There was a lot of hitting in that game. They will get physical with people. This Trinity team certainly not going to shy away from that as well. As play down in the Neshannock zone once again. Again, good contact.
Well, again, if you lose, you get home, so you're going to leave everything out right here tonight.
Lincoln Siracco bringing that out of the Neshannock zone. Played across center ice, dumped down in behind the Trinity net. And played back up the boards and sent back into the corner again. Centering pass almost there. That was tied up in the corner. Siracco back towards the corner once again. And it'll be met there by the Hilltoppers. Play it up ice. Jammed right there at the almost near center ice by Asher Sumner, and we get a whistle.
Yeah, an offsides call. Yeah, I compared that 44 goals to maybe the competition a little bit, sort of comparing like the Miami, Ohio and basketball, 32-0, but they're still 32-0, so it's still impressive no matter what the competition.
That's right, you can only play who's in front of you. Hannon and Bitts battle for that one. That's won by Trinity. Johns will play it back around his own net. Cleared out of there for the moment. That's going to slide across center ice and go all the way to the Trinity zone. It's stolen right away. That's Hannon in front and knocked out of there by Jones, who looked like he was trying to get his footing there and slipped. Somehow was able to thwart that right in front of his net.
Yeah, he made that save and then was falling down. As you said, try to get up and try to at least find out where that puck was. Looked like maybe one of the Trinity players was able to slide that puck underneath him.
Face off on the right circle, Jones's right circle. Played back behind the net once again and cleared up the boards. Here come the Hilltoppers down the ice. Coyle passes it in front. Shot on Jones, and he kicks that away up into the net. That'll go out into the crowd. Great save by Johns that time. Early on, we've got shots 5 in favor of Neshannock to 3 for Trinity.
And there's that line of Coyle feeding. Giblets knew exactly where he was on the ice right there as a hit him right on the stick. Giblets one-timer, and good shot, better saved by Johns.
And Trip Johns, again, 90% clip in net this season. Played up, Hannon has it. Hannon from the circle, tried to slip around Coyle, and Coyle took it right away from him. Once again, played behind the Trinity net. Race for the puck in the corner. Won initially by Neshannock, but they nothing working there. Taken away. Here come the Hilltoppers down the ice. And good defense that time by Hodges, and that one sent right to the corner, and Johns is able to get his eye on that one with 13:18 to go in the opening period. Line changes for both.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Coyle and Giblets out here an awful lot here for this Trinity team. And a lot of double shifts. Not as deep as the squad as what Neshannock is.
No, and the Neshannock scoring spread out, too. I mean, it is predominantly those two for Trinity, but the wealth has been shared quite nicely by the Lancers this season. This one down the ice for an icing call with 13-11.
Yeah, Grant Hennon and Jacob Gruber lead and scores 18 goals and 16 goals. But like you said, quite a few others in there with 8, 9, 7. You know, so you got a good wealth of scores here in this Neshannock team.
Tatterson and Ian Vranick will take the face-off for their respective sides. One initially by Tatterson. Plays it ahead to Fury. And he will take it all the way down. Again, played behind Jones. Tied up right behind the net. A lot of jostling for positioning there, and that one slips free, and Trinity will come away with it. Down the ice, and then it's picked off by Cavelli right near center ice. Cavelli to the boards. It's crunched in there. It's Jackson Lohr who's in there for Neshannock and taken away again by the Hilltoppers. Vranick slides it across, and that is poked out of there nicely by Christopher Johns. That one slips and misses Vranick once again. Lancers can get it out of there, and they will. Good check on the far side that time by Brody Woods. Lancers keep it alive. Slid back across behind the net. In front, Jones in good position that time, no attempt. And back into the corner and chased around, and Trinity will clear it out of there. This is going to slide all the way back to the Neshannock zone for an icing call.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's no other hockey games going on here tonight here in this Division II action. There's other action in the PIHL. First round action going on in the PIHL here tonight.
You got your AA, your AAA, your D2. You get a whistle on the face-off.
I think the music was playing during the face-off. They want that music to keep quiet there.
Face-off control by the Lancers. And dumped back in by Lincoln Siracco. Neshannock will play it out. Shot, no, wide of the net that time. Jones in good position again. They'll try to clear it out, and right there to pick it up is Sumner. Sumner had it slipped right out of his hands. 2-on-1 the other way. Coyle, oh, and the pass just wide of Coyle. And then he takes a hard hit, skate first into the boards. Looks like he is okay. Mixed it up there with Shane Johns. We'll get another whistle over on the far side, and another shift line change here for the Lancers.
Yeah, dangerous hit there. Waiting, that might see some retaliation coming after that hit. I mean, unintentional, but still a pretty aggressive hit on your star player.
2 games, Neshannock has outshot Trinity this season, 66-37. John's able to snag that one. So far, still 5-3 in favor of the Lancers in terms of shots. 11:16 to go here in the first period. No score from Hess Ice Arena.
And it is playoffs, so we do have 4 referees tonight instead of the traditional 2.
Coyle slips through the defense, 1-on-4, and slides that into the corner. But it's going to be taken out of there. For the moment, it was by the Lancers. Coyle trying to play it back in front, and it's picked off by Neshannock. They throw it off the boards down the ice, where it's going to be collected down there by Nick Boris. And we'll get another whistle on the Trinity end.
Do not know what that was, unless it was an offsides call. But I didn't see an offsides. Don't know what that was. Oh, the net came off to the mooring. Okay.
Net dislodged, yep. So we'll line up and face off in the Trinity zone. Hannon. He's been pretty good on the face-offs. A couple of chances he's had tonight. This one, though, controlled by the Hilltoppers. 10:45 to go, first period, no score. Picked up at center ice by Vranek, dumps it into the corner. And it'll be collected there by the Lancers. Played back around the boards. And Hazy somehow got away from Vranek, slides it up the ice. Shot attempt and save there. Marco Relic with a good look that time for Neshannock, but Jones is all over it.
Yeah, he tried to go 5-hole too. Good job, Relic, closing those legs, getting that save. So the goalie's looking sharp here early on.
Yeah, considering 11 goals the last time. Just 2 weeks ago, these two teams, 3 weeks ago, these two teams met. Actually, it's a month ago these two teams met. How about that? 4 weeks ago.
Wow.
Hard to believe we're in March already. This one thrown down behind Jones, or Johns rather. Lost it for a minute, recovers, and then he's able to put the glove on at that time. Coyle didn't really get a clean look at that one, and Johns is able to put the mitt right on top.
Yeah, spring practices have started, my friend. In baseball and all that, softball and all that stuff. And first games are a couple weeks.
Yeah, March 13th, the official start date. A little early. We're going to end high school basketball that week, but a little early. This is taken up the ice. And racing there is Furry. Throws one on net. And that one, it slides right through. Jones thought he had it for a moment, and it slipped through the near corner for the game's first goal, as Neshannock will take a 1-0 lead. Here's your LCAP instant replay. Played perfectly right in front, and it looks like Hayden Tatterson is going to pick up the tally. His 5th goal of the season, and it's 1-0 Lancers with 9:55 to go in the opening period.
Yeah, just as I said, the goalies were looking sharp. It just looked like goalie there for Trinity just sort of lost that one, did Jones.
Yeah, Tatterson at the right place at the right time. Hilltoppers come back and dump it down in. Johns will play it around the boards. Finds the other Johns, and now it's Gruber. Gruber up ice, 1-on-3. Gruber throws one on net, and Jones is able to sit on that one with 9:37 to go.
So Trinity's starting to get a little physical after that goal, threw their body around there, knocked a couple Neshannock players down. See if Trinity has a good response here.
Good duel on the face-off. This one cleared by Trinity, and this one's going to go all the way down the ice for icing with 9:31 to go.
Yeah, it looks like this weekend, we're Friday and Saturday. It looks like we're should have every basketball game covered here at Lawrence County Sports Network, either video or audio. So check out the calendar later on this week and see what games are going to be in the cover.
9-4 in favor of Neshannock shots. We're almost halfway through this first period. 17 minutes on the clock. If we do go to overtime tonight, it's 5-on-5 for the full 17 minutes.
Amen.
Yes, it should be, right? None of this 3-on-3 international stuff, right?
Yeah.
This one slid back down the ice and picked up near center ice by Johns. Christopher Johns plays it down. That'll be taken away by Trinity, sent back up the boards. This one's going to literally roll all the way down to Trip Johns, who slaps it out of there. There's Chris Johns once again, slides it across center ice. And that one thrown on net by Shane Johns and kicked away, but Neshannock stays on the attack.
It's a good job by Trip Johns, because that puck was rolling in on its side. Didn't really take a chance of grabbing it after their face-off.
Dumped down again and slides right by Johns. Getting another icing call with 8:25 to go in the first period. Another line change here for the Lancers and the Hilltoppers. 1-0 Neshannock on Hayden Tatterson's goal. Glad to have you along here at Hess Ice Arena. And as Lee mentioned, we will have a full slate of high school basketball coming up for you Friday and Saturday. Saturday we'll be all over Western PA. I'll be at IUP for the Neshannock Lancers. I see Neshannock all week long. Girls Friday, boys Saturday, hockey team tonight.
Can't go wrong. I'll be somewhere in Western Pennsylvania, not sure yet where.
Sirocco has that taken away right in front of the benches. And that one sent back in on Johns, who deflects it aside.
I'm getting my eating possibilities ready to roll. So.
Yes, there's a fire hall somewhere with my name on it Friday night for sure. As Hannon plays it up the boards. Good contact right at the blue line on the far side. It's taken away. Mishandled there for a moment by Dadia. Keeps it alive. Tried to center that and then taken away nicely there by Relic. And we get a whistle as the net comes undone on this end with 7:38 to go in the period.
Well, if Dawson decides to send me up to St. Mary's, there's a place up there that order the size of the steak you want, anywhere from 8 ounce to 25 ounce. They'll cut it the size you like. So that's the place. If he decides to send me up there, that's where we're headed afterwards.
Face-off control by the Lancers. Once again is Sumner. Plays it up the far side. Taken there by Relic. Relic gets tapped from behind by Woods. Trinity gets it right back on the attack, and that one nicely played defensively by the Lancers. Behind the net is Taylor. Taylor tried to whip that around, center it, but couldn't get a clean stick on it. Now a stick goes flying as it looks like it is Taylor without the stick for the moment. Johns kicks that one aside. This one's sent back in around the corner. Everybody's going to try to collect their thoughts here. Played out of there by the Lancers. Here comes Hennon up the near side. Hennon with a nice move towards center ice. Hennon, nice move again. Plays it off the boards to himself and then avoids the collision. Jeez. Sends that one down to get a line change out there for the Lancers.
I think it was Brody Woods trying to throw. We saw him already once. Just missed that one.
This one tapped ahead, and we got a scrum right in the middle. And we get a whistle with 6:38 to go in the period.
Green offsides call, looks like.
Yep. Only goal so far, Hayden Tatterson, his 5th. Thanks for watching tonight on the Lawrence County Sports Network via YouTube or via 10-band. We appreciate you tuning in wherever you are tonight for this D2 opening round clash. The winner against either Ringgold or Knock coming up next week at RMU. Centering pass misses. Played back in front and tapped out of there nicely. This Neshannock defense has come to play here in this first period. Tatterson down the near side, dumps it in.
Yeah, Reese Fury with a nice defensive play, and then the collision afterwards.
Trinity's going to come away with it. Sent up the ice and tapped ahead. Too strong. Johns will come out of the net to play it out of there. Has to get repositioned. Sliding in and deflecting that one again. Hodges, I believe, had a piece of that one, and now we got a breakaway. Here goes Laura down the ice, 1-on-2. Pulls it back. Line change for the Lancers. Sent right in on the corner. And we got a whistle with 5:53 to go, and we'll have a power play opportunity here.
Yeah, Cale Bitts got called for, looks like a hip check of some sort there. An illegal hit. Then we'll see what they're going to call it on. Maybe interference on Cale Bitts.
5-on-4 upcoming for the Lancers. They were 2 for 3 on the power play in the second meeting. That's one of the big reasons why they were able to get back in that game. 2 minutes, and it was on Bitts. So he is on the bench. 5-on-4 for the Lancers. Throwing one in on net and just going wide that time. Back in front, Hodges. They reposition everybody, played back behind the net. 5-on-4, 10 power play goals for this Neshannock team this season. Trinity will kick it out of there. Trinity on the penalty kill is 77.3% this season. Johns will hand that back off to Sirocco. 1:25 to go on the penalty. Here comes Hannon up the ice. Hannon. Centering pass in front and picked up there and deflected. That was Hodges, I believe, who had the shot that time.
Well, that puck was just hopping along there.
That was Sirocco, I beg your pardon, who had the shot.
Somehow found Sirocco's stick and is able to get a good shot on goal.
Still got $1:13 to go on the penalty kill. Power play / penalty kill. Face-off one in the Trinity zone by the Lancers. Sliding it across to Hodges. Hodges going down towards the corner. Centering pass in front, just missed. Deflected out of there and controlled by the Lancers. 53 seconds to go on the penalty. Right on net, that one wide again. Played back around the boards. Sirocco dumps it in. Behind the net again. Played out in front. Trinity defense, to all the blue jerseys right there, and then dumped back in by Sirocco one more time. 33 seconds to go on the penalty.
Yeah, good shift here by this power play unit.
Puck tied up in the corner. Trinity, as we get another whistle, protecting that 1-0 lead.
Net coming off the mooring again.
Our 1-0 deficit is the...
That's a break for Trinity there.
Net comes dislodged. Cavelli and Johns. Tatterson, it's a full line change once again. Lohr also back on for Neshannock. 27 seconds remain on the power play. 4:20 to go in the period. 1-0 Neshannock on a Hayden Tatterson goal. They back up the near side. Cavelli has it. He sends it back in, and that one's going to, I believe, go up in the netting. And we'll get a whistle here with 4:11 to go. 18 seconds remain on the penalty.
Yeah, a lot of stoppages here tonight so far. The icing and different things here.
Face-off cleared out of there by Trinity. Johns will await.
Get one final rush here.
Yep, as Christopher Johns comes back to get it. Down to 7 on the penalty. Played up ahead. Fury missed that. Coyle. Trinity has an opportunity here. They kill off the penalty nicely. Still 1-0 Neshannock. Cavelli, center ice. Flips it over to the boards, plays it off in himself. Cavelli dumps it, taken away by Trinity. Here come the Hilltoppers. Good move for the moment there, but Fury with the defense, and then Fury sticking his forearm into the back of Vranick.
That's the second nice defensive play we've seen from Fury.
Over to the far side, and Woods gets crunched into the boards again. Laid back up the boards that time, and that's Jensen Phillips for Trinity. Sends it back in. Johns pokes it away. Cavelli will retrieve it for the Lancers. 3:07 to go in the first period. 1-0 Neshannock on the Hayden Tatterson goal. Cavelli up the boards, and they get a legal touch.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's like Gruber was waiting for it.
Yeah, I might have caught it. Somebody along the boards there on the Neshannock bench.
Another line change here for the Lancers with 2:59 to go. Too many men on the ice is the official call.
It's a mistake there for Neshannock. Now you're going to see Giblets and Giblets and Coyle on the ice here.
2 minute for the penalty.
This is what you want to stay away from here tonight.
Lancers 83% on the penalty kill this season. Johns goes up high and gets it right near the face mask.
Boy, great tip there by Corey Taylor. Got a tip on that. The senior with 8 goals already on the year. Nice tip there, but Johns, good reaction.
Face off one. Sirocco has to go back to the corner to keep it alive, though. It's going to be played out of there. Mahan, and that was sent back down, and Jones will casually just dust it aside as Vranick comes back to get it. 1:33 left on the penalty. Trinity trying to look for the equalizer here in this first period. Off the boards once again. Mahan. Now slapped away that time as Trinity had a stick on it in the center of the ice there. Mahan will collect it back, and again, great defensive play by Relic that time. Vranick slides one towards Johns, and Johns is able to stick the mid on it once again with 2:06 to go in the period, and 1:07 to go on the penalty.
Yeah, Taylor was trying to get a stick on that to try to deflect that in, but couldn't get quite there. Johns able to make that save.
Line changes again for both with 2:06 to go. 67 seconds on the penalty.
Yeah, Coyle stays out there.
Tatterson, the only goal in this contest for the Lancers. 1-0 Neshannock leads. It's been a first period controlled in shots by the Lancers, 10-6. Coyle and company trying to even this thing up here late in the period. Again, that one slides by, and Coyle was right there but couldn't get in position.
Well, what a nice tic-tac-toe pass in there. Thought that was going to be a goal.
Going to be sent back up ice. Lancers trying to put the pressure on for a shorty here with 1:34 to go. Johns will send it, but it's picked off at center ice by Coyle. Now Coyle will regroup here with 24 seconds to go on the penalty. Taken away by Gruber. Gruber sends that one across, and it's picked off by Trinity. And again, now it's Bitts. Bitts into the boards with Johns. Sliding that back across. There come the Hilltoppers, throwing one in on Johns. Knocked away. Bitts put a stick on it, and Johns somehow got a mitt on it, but it's kept alive by Trinity. Missing the net was Coyle that time, and Bitts and company battling for it. Penalty expires. We're under a minute to go in the first.
Chiblitz with a great point-blank range there, and Johns denied him.
Even strength once again. 42 seconds to go. In front, and just missing on the centering pass that time, and Trinity will try to send it back down ice. We got another collision on the far side. Again, Johns deflecting that one. Coyle's been out there, it feels like, for an hour. They put that back in front. Taylor had a shot at it, and it's once again stopped by Johns with 23.9 seconds to go in the period.
Boy, Johns with a couple big saves there towards the end of that power play, and then just right there.
And Ryan Hazy comes over and fist bumps him. He knows his keeper doing the old stand it on his head here in the first 17 minutes. Always like that phrase. Would a goalie be effective if he stood on his head? That is my question. Guess it depends if you're Grant Fuhr or whoever else.
Yeah.
But played in front once again and poked out of there ever so slightly by the Lancers. 13 seconds to go in the period. Bryce Fisher on the far side, and now down the ice is Hazy once again. That's taken away as we're down to 1 second to go, and the first period comes to a close. Hayden Tatterson, the only goal so far, 1-0 Neshannock over Trinity here in the D2 playoffs, the quarterfinals here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Attorneys Parada, Jones, and McCree are dedicated to giving their clients the best chance at a positive result. From personal injury, criminal and corporate law, real estate, municipal law, to wills and estates, their team will work with you through every step of the legal process. With Parada, Jones, and McCree, excellence is our guarantee.
Back here at Hess Ice Arena, Eric Thomas, Lee Moen with you. We played one in this D2 quarterfinal between Trinity and Neshannock, a period in which the Lancers outshot Trinity 9-5. They have a 1-0 lead thanks to Hayden Tatterson's 5th goal of the season.
It looks like, so I was just going to say, it looks like no one told our cameraman to dress warm. He's kind of chilly, Mr. Josh, right now.
It is cold in this building. Probably about 30, what do you say, 34 degrees, 35 degrees? If
that would be a good.
That'd be a heat wave in this
guess.
place, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably 20s, wind chill of 7 below, it feels like sometimes in this building. Great place to watch hockey, though, here in Lawrence County. This one thrown in on Jones by Relic, and he deflects that wide. Taylor misplayed that off the boards, but Trinity's going to keep possession here. Throwing it down the ice, and we'll get an icing call. 16:33 to go until intermission.
Yeah, very nice facility. They updated it a few years back, too. Made some renovations here. Again, semifinals going to RMU, which is always a great place to watch a hockey game.
Yep, out in the island. Jones collecting that one off the face-off. Thrown there by Hazy.
Yeah, I've been down there for a few years at RMU.
And then, of course, where else for your final but Lemieux. Beautiful facility. That one picked out of the air by Jones is Hazzy once again.
Yeah, I was able to be a Phil Bork type sitting in between on the ice in between the benches the one game for Trib. It was kind of a lot of fun to watch a game from down there.
How about we put you down there? You can be like our Pierre Maguire.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
Jones once again is going to collect it. Hazzy for the third time. And he and Jones.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It'd be like Brian Boucher during the Olympics. And once again off the face-off. Fourth shot. This time by Relic.
4 saves in 5 seconds.
We'll do it again from the circle as Hannon and Coyle will duke it out. Puck drop, won by Hannon. Deflected off a Trinity player and back up the ice.
And he's hurt. Bitts felt that one. He's struggling to get up ice.
Sent back across, and it'll be picked off by Neshannock for the moment anyway. Siracco trying to get it out of there, misplayed the puck. It's going to go back behind Trip Johns. Got a really strong first period, but taken away, thrown on Johns, and he's going to collect it right on the corner of the net.
He was unsure of that one. He didn't hear the roar of the crowd from behind, or the awe, should I say. So he hung on to it, then trickled through.
15:52 to go until the second intermission. Eric Thomas, Lee Moe with you here tonight. 1-0 Neshannock. Hayden Tatterson, if you joined us late, picked up the first goal of the night. 1-on-2 the other way. Johns sends it in on Jones. Deflected out back onto the ice. Johns trying to keep it alive. Throws it towards the corner. And we're going to get a whistle with 15:39 to go in the period.
Yeah, keep an eye. About 7 minutes left there. Since they don't cut the ice in between periods here, there tends to a lot of times get a lot of snow on this ice here at Hess.
Especially in the corners.
Yeah, will slow things down quite a bit.
Yeah, just a brief intermission, and then they'll take the lengthy one after the second. That's when the most beautiful machine in all of sports will come out and do its work.
Yeah. And I heard you might have a special guest on at halftime.
Very possible we might, yes.
Between second and third halftime. Jeez.
Laid back behind the net once again. Neshannock trying to clear it out of there, and it goes back up ice, but it's picked off by Phillips. Sends it back down, deflected off a Neshannock player. Here comes the Lancers the other way, and right into the chest from Gruber as Jones is able to corral it.
The shots and goals are getting caught up here pretty quick. Neshannock with about 6 shots on goal so far here in the second period already. Only 1:45 in.
Patterson and Woods tipped out of there. Vranek has it, sends it back around behind Jones. Trying to get it to Taylor up the boards. It's taken away, sent back down into the Trinity zone, but cleared out of there by Woods for the moment. Lohr pokes it ahead, and then it's taken by Tatterson up in the air, played out of the air by Fury. And then Tatterson had a shot at it, but Phillips takes it away for Trinity. Sends it back up ice. And cross ice pass played off the boards. Vranek has to send it back in behind Johns. Once again, Vranek up on the boards. Dadia has it, or had it for a moment. Played back in front. Taylor's shot goes wide. Sent back in on Johns, and a good crunch against the boards that time. Trinity keeping the pressure on, down 1-0. And then again behind the boards. Hilltoppers trying to keep it alive, poking it and trying to center that one. Couldn't be met there by Woods. Action hot and heavy on this side of the ice, on that side of the ice down there in the Lancer zone, as it's going to be cleared out of there finally by the red jerseys. Played up the boards and dumped in behind Jones. He'll tap it to Phillips. Line change. Sent back up ice, and then Cavelli's going to poke it back down for Trinity. They'll reset. And we're going to get an offsides. With 13:43 to go in the period. 18 shots now for the Lancers here in this first period and a half. And they outshot this Trinity team, the 2 meetings this season, 66-37. Two teams combined 0 for 5 on the power play the first meeting. They're combined 0 for 2 tonight. Coyle sends that one back around the boards. And it's going to be played up ice by Giblets. Giblets backhands that one across the backside of the net. Played back there, and now it'll be picked up by the Lancers. Poked ahead, but not cleanly as Trinity takes it right back. Here comes Coyle in on Johns, and he deflects it. Coyle had a second shot, but he had to go to the corner to regroup. Still fighting, kicks it with his skate back into the corner. Played back in front, and he's trying to center it once again. It's whipped towards Johns once again. And then flipped out of there from back behind the net, and it's going to go all the way down in the Trinity zone. No icing call as Elliott's able to scramble to get it. Played back up the boards, and going to be taken away at center ice by the Hilltoppers. Giblets lost the puck skating down the far side. Again, played back in front, centering pass off that time. Flipped back in there by Elliott, and it goes out of play.
Yeah, I was just saying, thinking there they done a nice job on Coyle there, and then Coyle broke loose there, and boy, just missed that shorthanded side of the goal there.
12:38 to go in the period. Still 1-0. That Hayden Tatterson goal midway through the first has stood up for this Lancers team. Face off in the Lancers zone. Controlled by the Hilltoppers, but now taken away by the Lancers. Here comes Johns the other way. Johns has to backpedal and backhands it into the corner. Played nicely there into the corner. Tried to center it back out in front to Siracco, but that's taken away. Tap back, and then Johns is going to get it off sides with 12:18 to go. So we'll have a face-off here in the right near center ice. Shots 18-12, Neshannock in favor. Taken out of there and sent towards the boards by the Lancers. Phillips retreats and gets it for the Hilltoppers. Played out of the air and missed. Dadia had it, or had his sights on it, and that hits off the skate of Phillips. He goes back behind the net and was going to be met there by Johns. Whips it back in front. Jones deflects that off to his right.
Johns tried to screen him there, but Jones saw it.
Vranick trying to play it out of there frantically and clear it up the ice to Woods. Check from behind by Gruber and poked into the corner. Played back by Woods. They tried to center that once again. Vranick couldn't get a stick on it. Taken away by the Lancers. 11:35 to go in the period. Now stolen right back by Trinity and lazily plopped into there to the corner. Phillips hits the deck, trying to fight for the puck. Somehow the Hilltoppers come out of there with it. But there's the Lancer defense once again. And we're going to get another offsides, this time on the Hilltoppers with 11:18 to go in the period.
Yeah, Jensen Phillips thought he held it in, but referee says nope, came outside that blue line.
Line change for the Lancers. We're going to see Relic come back in, along with Hodges, Siracco.
Yep.
Hannon's back out there.
Looks like we might have an unofficial punches insurance timeout.
Yeah, I thought we were getting one as well.
Okay. Coach is just taking advantage right there.
Yeah, you let them have their moment with no lengthy intermission between the first and second. Face off in the Hilltopper zone. Hennon won that time by Trinity. Played up the boards, stopped there, but taken away by Coyle. Nice play by Coyle. Skating down the near side. He's tripped up from behind. We're going to get a penalty on the Lancers. Delayed call. And there is the whistle with 11:04 to go.
Not a bad penalty when you see the leading scorer probably in D2 right there coming down the left side and breaking towards the goal. Not a bad idea there.
We're going to have 4-on-4 here because Taylor still has 1:46 left on his penalty. So we'll get 4-on-4. I missed the penalty.
So did I.
Yeah, I didn't see that call.
And that was the timeout that was being called that we thought that did not see. Let's see what the official scorer says here. We'll find the penalty call for you.
Penalty is going to be on Hodges from Neshannock, so it's 4-on-4 now as they throw that one in on Johns, deflected up into the netting behind him with 10:56 to go in the period.
Yeah, I have no idea what that other penalty was.
What they would have called interference of some kind, but
they called him Burgess, or at least he's the one that's serving it. Say it like that.
This one sent down the ice and poked out of there nicely by Henry Coyle. And that one just all over the place. Bodies hit the ice. Played out of there, and here comes Neshannock. Hannon throws one in, and it's in for the second goal of the night. Top shelf on Jones, and it's 2-0 Lancers. 10:28 to go in the period. It's a power play goal for the Lancers. Their 11th of the season. 4-on-4, yep. And that one going. Watch this one more time here. You'll see him skate right in. It was even strength 4-on-4, and that one just flipped up right above the shoulder of Jones, and it's 2-0 Lancers.
And I'm going to throw an unofficial assist in there. Marco Relic from behind absolutely leveled at a Trinity player down behind the play, and that allowed to the odd rush too.
Yeah, it'll stay 4-on-4 for the next 58 seconds.
But I believe it was Marco Relic who just leveled Giblets and sent him flying, and like I said, he was behind out of the play, and that allowed that odd man rush to develop.
Coyle goes to the boards to get that, and we're going to get, rather, that wasn't Coyle.
Now we're going to get.
Yeah, it's going to be 4-on-3 now. It's going to get another Neshannock penalty.
It looks like it's going to go on Shane Jones.
10:01 to go, so 43 seconds. It'll be 4-on-3 in favor of Trinity here, and then 57 seconds, I beg your pardon, it'll be 4-on-3. It'll be 5-on-3 for about 14 seconds.
We are going to have a melee chiropractic play of the game and a MVP Insurance MVP of the game after this one.
Sent back across, throwing that in on Johns. He deflects that. Stays on this side of the ice. Giblets dancing around center. Going to throw one in on Johns, and Johns is able to collect that with 9:37 to go in the period.
Get 3 fresh skaters out here for the Neshannock.
Still 33 seconds to go on the Hodges penalty.
Second period taking forever.
And we're going to get 14 seconds of 5-on-3. That could get real interesting for at least 15 seconds anyway. Vranek will hand it off. Coyle kept it alive, and then that one's poked out of there. Going to the side to retrieve it is Jensen Phillips. The Taylor penalty expires. Still 13 seconds to go, and Trinity is going to get one back. Right as Taylor came off the boards, Giblets is able to make it 2-1 on the power play goal.
Yeah, they took advantage of 5-on-3 here in our all-cap instant replay. See, that pass went down low. Giblets right there. No chance for Chip Johns.
23rd goal for Giblets. 2-1 now. And it's going to be 5-on-4 for another minute 13 for the Hilltoppers. A chance to tie this up. 11th power play goal this season for Trinity as Phillips sends it across to Vranek.
And when you have 67 goals on the ice, that's a long time. Except they're not on the ice right now. They're getting a breather.
Nope, Dadia sends it across. Woods couldn't hold on to it. Winding up is Vranek, and that's deflected by Johns.
Well, he was unsure of that one.
46 seconds to go on the power play. Sent back down behind Jones, who will hold on to it. He's got to get rid of it fast and did.
Vranick blew a tire back there. Fortunate that didn't turn over the puck.
Gets it up the near side. Vranick gets into the corner. Spinning out of traffic. And that's going to be kicked out of there for the moment by Neshannock. Trinity keeps possession. 18 seconds to go on the power play. Sent back down the ice as Phillips retrieves. Tatterson comes back out for Neshannock. That one's sent down behind Johns. 6 seconds to go on the power play. We'll get a whistle here with 8:07 to go in the period.
There's a big goal there for Trinity. You definitely don't want to go down 3. You got to have to capitalize at least on one of those power plays, which they did. Still got, you said 6 seconds, so there's a chance to get a good shot here.
Shots about even now, 19-17 in favor of Neshannock. Face off in the Lancer zone. 6 seconds to go on the Johns penalty. 2-1, Neshannock in front. Giblets the goal for Trinity a moment ago. Penalty expires. We are back to even strength here with 7:55 to go as that one's sent in on Johns, and he's going to be able to sit on it with 7:51 to go.
Yeah, it was Henry Coyle with the shot that time. Henry Coyle, only a freshman. And Seamus, the senior.
Face off once again in the Neshannock zone. Coyle will take it for Trinity. Tied up nicely there. Played back into the corner behind Johns. And back in front, and that one's going to get sent in. And there is the man himself, Seamus Coyle, who evens this game at 2 apiece. A scrum right in front of the net, and then slap back in there. And look at that beautiful feed to Coyle to tie this thing up.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere there as that puck was just sent in, but somehow Coyle, right place, right time. He knows what to do with it.
45th goal.
Yeah, 45th goal of the year, which is still amazing.
7:42 to go in the period. Tied now at 2 as these two teams who have played tight games all season long. And a do or die here, win or go home, and we're tied at 2, and shots even now at 19 apiece. Phillips down the near sides, thought about sending one in on John, slips in the corner.
Yeah, Phillips just trying to draw a face-off if he can, just lay on it, but referee says no, get up.
Sent down the boards.
And there's that snow along there.
Yep, and there's Woods who takes that away, sends one in on Johns, got the wrist up to deflect that with a paddle if need be, but that one's sent back in on Johns. Rebound, no. Taken away is Neshannock trying to desperately clear this thing and get an opportunity here. This has been all Trinity for the last 5-6 minutes or so as Taylor pokes that one back towards the boards, and then it's sent back down and Phillips slaps it ahead. Taylor takes it away.
Yeah,
Taylor backhands it, and then Woods going to get a delayed penalty call here on the Lancers with 6:32 to go in the period. So it'll be 5-on-4 now for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, probably an interference call of some sort here on Neshannock as one of the Trinity players went flying out in the middle there. It's another opportunity, as you said, chance to take the lead here for the Hillers. Been all Trinity for the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Penalties on Bryce Fisher for Neshannock. 2 minutes. 20-19 shots in favor of Trinity now. Face off won by the Hilltoppers. Sent back down to the corner. Coyle plays it back behind the net, but it's taken away by Neshannock. Gonna have to try to basically dump and chase here for 2 minutes to kill this thing off. This has been a very aggressive Trinity team here in this second period. Coyle down the ice, sends it back around. And it's taken away by Neshannock and sent back down the ice, and Jones will thwart that one. Pitch it away to Woods. To the corner it goes and played back behind Jones. Henry Coyle sends it up ahead. Played back down in by the Lancers. Jones will tap that. Coyle will come get it. Henry Coyle and Seamus Coyle tied up there. It's Gruber now for Neshannock, sends it back in. Johns is there to play it in the corner. 57 seconds to go on the penalty. Sent back up ice by Coyle, but picked off at center ice. Covelli has to retreat to reset. Sent back down, and Coyle is there waiting for it. 42 seconds to go on the penalty. Henry Coyle, corner to Vranek. Sent in on Johns, but wide. Played off the boards by Vranek, far side. Back into the corner. Played up the boards by Neshannock, and that's going to go all the way back down in the Trinity zone with 17 seconds to go. Down to 14 on the penalty. Phillips with one last opportunity here for Trinity. Trying to get a 3-2 lead late in this second period. Sent in front, and Johns deflected that. Played back behind the net once again. Penalty is over. And here comes Neshannock as we're back to even strength. Hennin slips through but can't keep control of it. Played back behind the net. Gruber sends it in front. That one's deflected away by Trinity. Dadia plays it up the far side. Vranek racing down the far board. Sent in on Johns, and he's able to corral that. Played back across, but given away. Vranek backhands that one across the ice. Phillips can't control it. Or rather, Dadia couldn't control it. Sent down and lost for the moment by Tatterson, who somehow poked it to Hennin. Hennin up against the glass is smashed. Coyle plays it out of there, but right back to the Lancers, but took a bad bounce, and Sirocco has to go back behind his blue line. Sent back down. Ellen and poked ahead. Missed opportunity there for the Lancers, sent towards the boards. Ref gets out of the way. 3:34 to go in the period. Relic trying to get a stick in there to keep it alive and pokes it ahead. Gruber tied up once again nicely by Phillips this time. Into the corner it goes. Back up the boards in front. Relic is right there to try to play the rebound, but Jones is able to sit on it. 3:18 to go in the period. 2-2.
Good response there by Neshannock after that goal now. Good minute there of good pressure.
You're seeing it get awfully sloppy in front of Jones here in terms of the build-up on the ice.
Very snowy along those boards, too. That puck just sits.
Gruber and Woods to face off. Controlled by Trinity as Taylor comes away with it off the boards. Lost control of it. Poked back ahead, and Relic, so we get a whistle with 3:10 to go for offsides.
Nice play there by Taylor, laying on his stomach, and was able to backhand that with his hand out of the zone.
Woods and Gruber once again. That one's punched by Gruber and played by Relic. Relic in front, that's deflected by Vranek, still alive in front. A backhand attempt, Johns, and he poked it through, and Jones couldn't catch up to it. 3-2, Neshannock with 3 minutes to go in the second period.
And check out the LCAP instant replay.
Watch Johns right here at the very tail end with that little tap, and Jones just could not follow it enough.
Big break there for Neshannock because they were getting outplayed there for a while.
3-2 Lancers, 3 minutes to go in the second period. Boy, they weathered that storm and somehow even the shots at 20-20 and finally got the ice tilted back in their favor ever so slightly. Henry Coyle plays it to the corner. Sent back up the boards, misplayed by Trinity. They'll have to retreat as Elliott will reset things here with 2:38 to go in the period. Push back in front and taken at center ice. Here come the Hilltoppers once again, taken away by the Lancers. Misplayed on the boards and slapped ahead, but here comes Neshannock once again. On the charge, Hodges dancing around, goes behind the net, tried to center it to Relic, and he couldn't quite catch up to it. Sent back down the ice. Everybody tangle it up. Relic gets it near center ice. Relic cuts across, throws one in on Jones, and it sits right in his gut. with 2:07 to go in the period.
Yeah, nice shift there by Relic. I made a nice pass from behind the net and a nice shot there, trying to beat Jones there. So
good action.
3-2 the Neshannock lead.
Good action here in this second period. John's the goal to give Neshannock the lead for the moment at 3-2. Giblets down the ice, makes a move, lost control of the puck. Sent back down, and we're going to tie it right near the boards there. That was Bitts, and I believe that was Gruber. That one sent in, and then high, but missed the crossbar, going across the top. Burgess trying to camp out in the corner, but they can't clear it as Bitts lost his stick.
Yeah, it broke.
And then slapped ahead by Boyle. Boyle finds Giblets. Giblets makes a move towards the corner, lost the puck, gets it right back, trying to feed it, but it's tied up by two Neshannock players. Taken out of there by the Lancers for the moment. Still controlled by the Hilltoppers, but now Neshannock comes away with it. Nope, taken right back. And sent back into the corner as Cavelli's right there. Cavelli pitches it back behind the net. At least he thought he had it, lost control of it. And Johns will put a mid on it with 1:06 to go in the period.
Again, thank everybody here at Hess Arena for taking great care of us. Perched high up in the rafters here at Hess Arena.
Face off in the Neshannock zone. Won by Trinity, sent in front. Taylor got to the corner, but then it's sent back down in the Trinity zone. Under a minute to go in the period, 52 seconds. 3-2 Neshannock as Vranick had to let that go for the moment. Taken back, Lohr turns. Nobody with him. Lohr's going to go to the corner to try to recover it. And he gets beat to the corner. Tied up there. Phillips throwing his stick in there for the moment. Poked out of there, and here comes Woods. Woods the other way. Woods, nice move, but lost control of the puck to the corner. Played back in front, and right there was that Woods? That was Vranick. Still in front and cleared out of there by Neshannock finally. 13 seconds to go.
Vranick just missed a wide open opportunity.
Phillips plays it back to the boards, and it's dumped back down behind Jones, down to 2 seconds, and it looks like the period will expire as Lohr comes in for a late hit. And that is how the first 34 minutes of this one go in the books. Fireworks here in the second period as we got 3 combined goals. Trinity tied it up. And then Johns with the one to give Neshannock a 3-2 lead as we go to the second intermission. Lancers in front here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law. We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Thank you for calling AXE. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. AXE can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to the doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call AXE today.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
You guys ready? Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Intermission here at Hess Ice Arena, 3-2 Neshannock in front as the Lancers went on top. Hayden Tatterson at the 7:05 mark of the first period gave Neshannock a 1-0 lead, assist Reese Fury. And then in the second period with 6:32 at the 6:32 mark, even strength, Grant Hennon made it 2-0. But then from there, back-to-back goals by the Hilltoppers about 2 minutes apart. Zach Giblets on a power play from Ian Vranick and Jensen Phillips, and then Seamus Coyle, even strength from Giblets and Coyle, made it 2-2. And then, all of a sudden, Neshannock retook the lead. Shane Johns added the third goal for the Lancers to give them a 3-2 lead. They've outshot Trinity in this contest 22-20. Winner goes on to play either Knock or Ringgold in the semifinals next week at RMU. Lee Moan is taking a timeout here, and we bring in our producer, Matt Flannery, hockey aficionado. Good first couple of periods.
I wouldn't quite go as far as aficionado, but I know a thing or two about the game.
I think for you, you're calling out some of the penalties for us here tonight, thankfully. Some of us are a little rusty when it comes to the pucks here tonight, but a good game between these two, as we expected. They battled in overtime last time, 6-5 won by Trinity, and Neshannock took the first game of the series, the regular season series, and we've had a good one tonight. A lot of penalties, a lot of physicality, a lot of good goaltending, and a couple of snipers out there too.
Oh, absolutely, and I think probably between the three games so far, this has to be the most physical game thus far. I think Neshannock knows what they had to do coming out here, laying the body, getting on them early. You get that goal by Tatterson. You get a little bit of depth scoring, someone who doesn't typically put it on the board all too often. Grant Hedden, he does his thing like usual. Same thing on the other side with Coyle. He's going to be good for a couple points a night at least. I mean, you've talked about how many goals, 45 now on the season, and a good amount of assists to go along. So you are getting those typical heroes, but for Neshannock, I think the thing that stands out for them with Tatterson and Johns, you are getting that depth scoring, and that's clearly the difference here with them being up by one in the second intermission.
What, in your mind, what do you think decides this thing in the third period? I mean, the goaltenders have actually both been pretty good. Trip Johns has made a couple of great saves. He's got 18 of them here in the first two periods. Chase Jones, not bad either. He's faced 19 shots and saved 17 of them, so they're both right around their average. For Johns, 90%, and for Jones, just slightly above his at 89%. But what's going to decide this thing here in the third period, do you think?
I think it's really going to be mistakes. The team that has the more turnovers, the team that has those errant passes going through the middle, that's going to be the real backbreaker for that team. So the team that's able to minimize on those, be able to get up the ice quickly, play in the other team's zone a lot more and wear them down, be able to minimize on their changes. That's really going to be the key here, I think, going into the third period.
Yeah, we saw Trinity really take control of this game right around the part where they had the power play and everything, and for about 6 minutes it seemed like the puck just lived in that Neshannock zone, but then that little tilt there towards the end of the third, which leads to the Neshannock lead, gives them the goal with Johns at the end of the period there. They did just enough to kind of stay afloat, weather the storm, somehow got through a brief 5-on-3, and they were able to kind of take a little bit of momentum back there at the end of the period.
Yeah, I think the second period's huge, especially with that long change. Like you said, Trinity had a lot of control there for about 6 minutes or so, just keeping it in the offensive zone there, getting it back in if it came out real quickly. You make it hard for those teams to get changes. You have tired bodies on the ice, and that's really going to wear down on a team. Whenever it's time for them to get back out on the ice, they're not going to be fully rested, fully amped up. They're going to be a little bit gassed, so you're going to wear the legs out on the other team, and that's really going to help you out on that.
11 shots apiece in the second period. Penalties in favor of Trinity. Neshannock's been penalized 4 times in this game. Trinity just twice. So we'll see if the power play comes into effect here in the third period. 3-2, Neshannock leads it here as we're at the second intermission. When we come back, we will face it off in the third, as the winner goes on to the semifinals next week of the D2 tournament to take on either Ringgold or Knock. And again, we won't find that out until Thursday night. The rest of the action in this bracket is either tomorrow or Thursday night. We'll come back with the third period after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Third period about to get underway here from Hess Ice Arena as the two teams are back out on a fresh sheet here, and it's a 3-2 lead for the Lancers of Neshannock thanks to Shane John's go-ahead goal late in the second period. Reminder that after the game tonight, we'll give you our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award and also our MVP Insurance MVP of the game, where they coach clients to better prices, better coverage, located in Zelienople and in New Springfield, Ohio. Home, auto, term life, liability insurance, and more at mvpinsurance.com. Again, a reminder that coming up on Friday night, we'll have the Wilmington girls in the PIHL State Basketball Tournament. Also have the Neshannock Lady Lancers, the two freshly minted district champions, both in action in the first round of states coming up on Friday night. You can watch those games on the Lawrence County Sports Network. And then Saturday, we're going to scatter all over the place. We'll have the Newcastle-Wilson game for you from the Nika High Fieldhouse. I'll be at IUP for the Neshannock United game. United, by the way, the only boys team in any 6 brackets still undefeated.
How about that? And
Neshannock will take aim at them after surviving the consolation bracket and qualifying as the 7th seed out of the WPIL. That game will tip off at 1 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 12:45. Now, if you're going to that game, by the way, on Saturday, everybody always goes to the KCAC at IUP. That game is actually at Memorial Fieldhouse, so keep that in mind. That is not at the KCAC, the Kovalchuk Athletic Center. That is not where that game is going to take place on Saturday, so just bear that in mind.
A little smaller facility.
With parking, that's actually the practice facility for the men's and women's Crimson Hawk teams at IUP. As we're underway, and right away, the Lancers pad the lead. I mean, we're just a minute or so into this period as Marco Relic picks up the goal and gives Johns the support with 16:47 to go in the contest. Here's a look at the replay.
Yeah, just like that, Relic along the goal line. Just like that, found the short side that beat Jones 13 seconds in. 4-2.
Yeah, we talked about the goaltending here in this contest. 13 seconds into this period, and it's 4-2 Lancers as they come back on the attack. Johns into the corner, right in front. Lost it for a moment. Covelli will throw one in on net. That one's deflected before it got to Jones. Picked out of there and taken down the ice by Woods. Throws one in on Johns, and he scoops it up with a mitt.
And I'm sure that's what Matt Flannery was talking to you about to start this third period. One of his keys to the third period, get off to that quick start.
Making an announcement about the Zamboni unable to go dump the ice that they shaved here between periods. That one thrown in on Johns, and he's able to corral that one, and that one hit the post, and then it's put back in as Dadia is able to get one back for Trinity. Sticking with it. Johns made 2 great saves. The puck hit the post, and then Dadia is able to slap it in to make it 4-3.
Yeah, off the second chance there, Dadia just slipping another. Just 24 seconds later, Trinity right back in this game.
Back and forth we go here for Dadia. That's goal number 11 on the season. And the fireworks from the second period continue here in the third. as it is 4-3 Lancers.
Well, how about that response?
Yeah, Johns has been excellent here tonight. That one played back in front as Henry Coyle has to go to the boards to retrieve it. Seamus inside, he throws one in on Johns, and that goes high. Back around the boards and then played back up. Giblets taps that one forward. Hodges trying to beat Coyle to the corner. Coyle's able to get the angle on him and bring it back around the net. Backhanded out to his brother Henry. That one slides past Johns. Tie up on the boards as Bitts has it taken away. Hennon up the ice, and we're going to get an offsides on Neshannock with 15:37 to play.
Boy, Burgess just offside on that left side, or Neshannock might have had a nice chance there.
Four to 3, Neshannock in front. Winner go home. Semifinals await the winner. Could be a battle of the top two teams in D2 if Ringgold slips through and Neshannock holds on tonight. Played back towards the corner there as Woods flips it over top the net. Vranick tried to backhand that one but couldn't get in good position. It's taken away by Relic. Throws it up ice to Johns rather. Johns trying to slide that to Gruber, who plays it back behind the net. Centering pass in front, nobody there. As they'll have to go back and reset. Dumped in. Johns chasing it to the corner. Now it's played back around the net once again as Phillips is there for Trinity. Slapped up ahead and taken right at center ice. And then the look away as they'll get a line change here for Neshannock. Taylor skating in. A little tap from behind. He throws that one towards the post. And it's going to be cleared out of there as Relic takes it up the far side. Relic ahead. Gruber lost control of it, or rather has he lost control of it. Played back into the Neshannock zone, and Taylor and Cavelli mix it up. Sent back down the ice. Got a piece of equipment on the ice there from one of the players. And he played back behind Jones. Slapped there by Johns, and that one goes wide.
Siracco able to keep it in, though. And Siracco
back in front, and they score once again. Played behind the net beautifully. And it's once again a 2-goal lead for Neshannock with 14:04 to go in the third.
That's going to be Hennon with the goal. Right out front, so Grant Hennon.
Goes on the tight side there, right in the post. And once again, it's 5-3. Neshannock in front for Hennon. Goal number 19 on the season. Sent down in Coyle. You expect Coyle and Giblets now are probably going to be the firepower here for Trinity. They're going to try to get them as many opportunities as they can late in this game, down by 2 goals as we continue to go back and forth here.
Yeah, but that goal, though, give credit to Travis Cavelli, who's able to make that long trek up to the blue line and keep that play in, keep it alive.
Sent back in front and throwing one on net. That time was Sumner. Jones got the mid up to deflect that. Played back around behind the net.
Actually in goal right now. Cindy Mathers is the goal right now.
Mathers is in net there. They took Jones out. Mathers 5-3 on the season. 34 goals allowed. 87% save percentage, equaling Jones. And they get another one. This Neshannock offense can't be stopped at this point. That is Christopher Johns to make it 6-3.
Yeah, just sort of like a harmless shot there, just throwing it on goal. And Mathers is going to come out, and Jones is going to come right back in.
Christopher Johns gives him a 3-goal lead. That is goal number 5 on the season. 6-3 now in favor of Neshannock as the Lancers offense comes out on fire with 3 goals in the first 4 minutes of the third. Sent back down, and Johns was able to get the paddle up if needed. Sent back, and that one flips in the air across the net. Taken out of there by Fury. Fury backhands it ahead to Tatterson. Tatterson lost stick on the play. Looks like Fury was the one who lost it. He's able to retrieve it. Played over on the boards on the far side. And then sent back behind the net once again. Poked out of there, Siracco. Lost control of the puck. Tried to make a play. In on Taylor. Nice takeaway by Siracco. Beautiful defensive job by Siracco. Down the ice to Tatterson, who lost it. Tapped forward and then picked off near center ice by Taylor. Taylor goes over to the side, sends one in back behind Johns, wraps around the boards. And that one is sent in on Johns, and Johns is able to get the mitt on at that time with 12:07 to go.
Yes, unfortunately for Trinity, that move backfired to throw Matthews in there to start this third period, I believe, and Jones back in there. Matthews, unfortunately, giving up a couple goals. That last one, definitely not a good one.
Mathers actually has the fewer goals per game allowed. Right. That one's sent back down the ice and retrieved by Jensen Phillips, who pushes it ahead. Missed the centering pass there to, or the down the ice pass to Coyle. That one's chipped at mid-ice, and Coyle will go over to the boards to get it. Sends it back in behind the Lancer net. Wraps around, and Hodges couldn't find it. Giblet sends it in once again, and then it's punched out of there by Fisher. Fisher hands it off to Hodges. Hodges cuts back across center ice. Over towards the board, skates by Coyle. Hodges in on Jones and stonewalled. That's sent back out to Shane Johns. Shane Johns skating across, pitches it to Relic off the boards. Relic turns, tied up there on the boards, taken away. Here comes Coyle down the ice for Trinity. And a half defensive play there as Coyle's going to wrap around the net. Send it back in front, and Phillips couldn't catch up to it. It goes all the way down to Jones, who flips it up to the far side. Line change for Neshannock. Sent it on Johns, and that one's popped up in the air. Cavelli couldn't see it initially, and then pitches it ahead, lost it. Hits Gruber towards the boards, and then it's sent back into the corner, and it's going to go behind Johns. Taken away there by Cavelli. Cavelli, and then a backhand up ice, taken by Henry Coyle. Sent back down to Cavelli. Punches that towards the boards, takes a hard hit as he slides skate first into the boards. As they're tied up there, and coming away with it is going to be Hazy. Hazy skates in, makes a move in front. Hennon turns, Hennon reloads, Hennon fires and save by Jones. Johns pitches it down in the corner. Once again, that was Burgess who was there. Shot on goal by Cavelli, sent wide by Jones. Once again, played back behind the net, up the boards. Neshannock keeps it alive. We're going to get an offsides on the Lancers, it looks like.
That puck just trickling across that blue line. Great rush there for Neshannock. Good 45 seconds in the zone there as they get that 6-3 lead.
Shots now 27-23 in favor of Neshannock. Making the announcement again that you've got to move your car because the Zamboni needs to unload ice.
Or you will be towed.
I think in my second life I'm going to be a Zamboni driver somewhere. I
like it.
I have to do that, I think, one time in my life. Cavelli sends that in the corner, back around the net.
You can go down to a Penguin game and ride the Zamboni in between periods.
I think I might just actually take the Zamboni. I'm like driving that thing across Grant Street downtown. Everybody would love that. As Taylor plays it across, misplayed it right near in the centering pass, poked out of there. Cavelli's had himself a nice night defensively. He's been on a couple plays. There's a chance for Bitts. That one deflected, redirected up in the air and sent back towards the blue line as it's played back in the corner. Taylor once again sends it around. Centering pass. Stadia missed that one. It's going to be taken out of there by Cavelli. There's Cavelli in the mix once again down the ice, and he'll send it into the corner and around, and Jones will hand it off with 8:55 to play. Back up off the glass once again. Sumner, he's going to retreat behind Johns to pick that one up. Taps it ahead to Siracco. Siracco didn't get it cleanly, and then Sumner's going to field it once again. Sent back up the ice. Relic down the far side or up the far boards. Relic stops, Throws one in on net, and he fires and connects. Went to the wide side, Marco Relic, and it's 7-3, Neshannock.
Wow, Relic they just stood there. No one came and pressured me. Said, okay, great, give me the room. I'll take the shot. And just a great wrist shot. Beat him far side. I don't know what Trinity was thinking there. They were, 10, 15 feet off him. Great wrist shot.
Yeah, Marco Relic's had himself a 2-goal period here. It is now 7-3. Neshannock as that firepower shows up with under 9 to go, almost halfway through, or just over halfway through this third period. Played on the near side by Siracco into the boards in the corner. And then it's going to be centered back in front. That one's deflected, redirected to Sumner, throws one in on goal, and then Gruber had a chance. Diving is Jones to thwart that, and Trinity will come away and play it up the far ice.
What shots just went over top of the net.
Coyle throws one in on Johns, deflected. There's Gruber who plays it out of there, Relic. Taken away by Vranek. Sent back down in Siracco. Siracco plays it off the boards and down into Jones on their line change for the Lancers. Backhanded centering pass in front, Siracco, and that one stood up by Jones. 7:21 to go here in the third. Shots 31-23 in favor of Neshannock.
Yeah, other than that one goal by Trinity there, 24 seconds after the first goal of the third period by Neshannock. It's been all Neshannock.
Goals by Relic, Hennon, Johns, and Relic once again here in the third period. 7-3 Neshannock. Trying to get to those semis on the island next week. In front, they score again! Here's your LCAP instant replay. And what a job by this Lancer team in this third period. Sean McGraw for the 5th time. Five goals in the quarter to take an 8-3 lead, and Neshannock can feel it now as they start to get some of the reserves in with a 5-goal lead.
Yeah, Hayden Seaford out there, the Laurel softball star, playing center ice for Neshannock.
Fisher has to go back behind the net to retrieve it. Sent back up ice. McGraw tapped it and then missed all the way down by Easton Elliott. That's going to get into the Trinity zone and then right in front and stopped by Jones.
And Trinity's going to get called for a penalty here. A little high stick action.
So Neshannock will be on the power play here with 6:48 to go. Already up 8-3.
Don't think they're going to call dual penalties, I don't think. Should be on Trinity. Yep. No, it's going to go on the Neshannock. Excuse me. Well, I thought they called it the other way.
No, they did. It is on. It's
okay,
on Woods.
Sorry,
yeah, it's on Brody Woods.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
goals. 2 goals by Relic. You've got Hennon, Johns, and Sean McGraw, who scored here in the period for the Lancers, and now on the power play for another 1:52 to go.
Wonder what was said in between period 2 and 3 in that locker room.
Evidently, it was score. Hodges plays it off the boards. Flipped into the corner.
That might have been the clean version of what they said.
In front, and going wide that time. Hodges once again will play it off the boards. Hodges sends one in, Jones, and that one's deflected out of there. And it's going to be played back up the ice, and Neshannock will retrieve it over the blue line. As Johns has it, 1:07 to go on the penalty. Hodges up the ice. Hodges turns. Oh, great move by Hodges. Centering pass And in front, and that one stopped once again with 5:42 to go. A couple shots here on the power play by the Lancers as we get another shift change with 5:42 to play.
So it looks like Neshannock will definitely be moving on to semifinals next Monday.
And the semifinals at RMU, both of them, 7 and 9, 7:30 and 9:30, I believe they are, or 7:30 and 9. Check local listings.
Yeah.
Send the championship game 2 weeks from tonight.
How about 7 and 9?
There we go. At Lemieux in Cranberry.
And the Neshannock will be the 9 o'clock game.
Possibly against the team they tied in the division with. That'll be Ringgold. They take on Knock. Again, the other quarterfinals are Wednesday night and 2 of them on Thursday, so we won't know the opponent until Thursday night. 18 seconds to go on the power play. In front, Siracco off the boards. Rather, that's Covelli off the boards. Siracco now fires on net in front and stopped there by Jones as Laura had a chance on it with 7 seconds to go in the penalty and 4:55 remaining in the contest.
Yeah, Knock coming off their first ever basketball championship on Thursday night, looking for their first ever hockey championship.
A good weekend at the Pete for district basketball.
Boy, some great games in those 3 days.
Saw the return to power by Oakland Catholic as they get the district title over Blackhawk. That was impressive. Speaking of impressive, there goes Coyle. That one's sent away by Johns. Giblets into the corner, sends it back around. Going to be played by Henry Coyle.
Yeah, I thought Blackhawks was going to be able to finish that, but they just came up short. But last year they won a state title without winning the Whippeal.
Covelli sends it down the ice. Sam Hemming is in there for Neshannock as well. And again, we'll have full coverage of the PIHL state basketball playoffs coming up later this week on the Lawrence County Sports Network. More details on that in our post-game show. I'll tell you the schedule for the rest of the week is Covelli once again stepping in front of Giblets with 4:05 to go in the game. Penalty expired moments ago, so we're back to even strength. That one's sent in. Johns with a kick save. Play back around Coyle. His phenomenal campaign, unless he can find some serious lightning in a bottle here in the next 3 minutes, is going to come to an end. That one's sent in on Johns again. He deflected it. Sent back up on ice. Henry Coyle tapped up into the air, and it's going to hit the netting and go out of play.
Looks like we should have coverage of all 7 teams, I believe, in the county. Should have all 7, either video or audio.
Again, Friday night it'll be Wilmington and Neshannock girls. Saturday, Newcastle boys, Mohawk boys, Neshannock boys, Union boys.
And Union girls.
And the Union girls all taking place Saturday.
Well, not Union boys. Union girls, for sure.
That one's sent in, and that one's deflected over the top of the crossbar. Yes, my fault. The Union boys eliminated early in the district playoffs.
Yeah, that tough loss.
So used to that and what they've been able to do with the Union girls as they had to go through consolations. Only one district champ out of Lawrence County. That was the Neshannock girls. Newcastle fell short against Upper St. Clair on the boys' side again as Hennon's going to take it away with 3 minutes to go. Hennon sends one in on Jones, deflected. That one's sent back down the ice. And collected again. Really, Neshannock's done a good job here of eliminating the opportunities for Trinity here in this third period. That one's sent into the bench. And we'll go out of play with 2:39 to go. Shots 39-23 in favor of the Lancers.
Yeah, other than that goal, 41 seconds in, they've really done a nice job, as you said.
The cross-pollination of the schools, several Laurel students on this team. Got a couple of Mercer students on this team.
Yeah, Hickory also.
Yep. And we get an offsides on Trinity with 2:31 to play.
Yeah, leading scorer Grant Hennon from Laurel.
you think this is ever going to become an official PIAA sport?
No, I personally don't, just for insurance and cost reasons.
Yeah, I think it's thriving, though, in the method that it's played, especially on the two bookends of the state, Eastern and Western PA.
Oh, yeah.
Center of the state, it's a little hit or miss, but some of the school districts that have the funding, like State College.
It's a great run league, though.
It very much is, right. In the Eastern and West, you know, when you get those two going at it, is that one sent it on Jones and stopped. You know, it's become so big on the eastern part of the state, too, especially in the Lehigh Valley area, the Harrisburg area. There's plenty of teams drawing big crowds to Twin Ponds. You know, I grew up going to my high school's games at Twin Ponds. Those were always great nights because you get like a triple or quadruple header that sometimes wouldn't end until like midnight.
Yeah, I just love how they, instead of the success points, they, you know, move teams up and down accordingly to the needs what they have. If they have a bad year, they move them down. If they have a good year, they move them up.
Yeah, the relegation is the way to go to keep it competitive.
Yeah, they do a nice job. I mean, Butler in single way right now.
Centering pass in front, that's taken away. Opportunity here for Trinity, but that is stopped. Giblets got tied up and sent down in the corner and back behind Johns. Minute 38 to go. Neshannock in front, 8-3.
And then you have the co-ops that are going on with a few schools that get teams, which is a great thing.
Relic turns and burns up the boards and then slips going in. Somehow poked that in front of the net. Looking for the third period hat trick that time for Relic.
Matthews is back in it, back in goal.
Yeah, it is thriving in the manner.
Mathers, excuse me.
It is, and I think with some sponsorships as we get a breakaway, not a breakaway, but an opportunity here for Giblets, but that one's deflected away with a minute to go. Teams able to really fish for their own sponsorships. You're not hamstrung by the schools, tying it up with funding or having to come up with their own sheets of ice or anything like that, or the equipment. I think it thrives and works really well the way it is right now.
Oh, yeah, it does.
And Giblets, nice move, tried to send it forward, and that's poked out of there with 33 seconds to go.
And kudos to these players because ice time, they're practicing 10 at night, 5 in the morning, you know, whenever they can.
Yeah, it's get here early enough, and you got the youth leagues that are out on the ice and everything trying to get their time in as well. And with 12 seconds left, that is going to be out of play.
As I said, PIHL just does a really phenomenal job. Their website's second to none, which we greatly appreciate.
Yes, we do.
Makes our job a lot easier.
Officials do a great job.
Yeah.
Facilities do a great job here. It really is kind of thriving on its own. As that one will hit the boards and go down into the Neshannock end with 6 seconds to go. Sumner retrieves it. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the Lancers are on to the semifinals of the PIHL Division 2, and they'll take on either Knock or Ringgold as they explode in the third period for a 5 spot and win this thing in a cruise 8-3 over Trinity. Great second period by both teams, but this Neshannock offense came out firing with the goals in the first couple of minutes of this third period, and they never looked back. Good night and net for Trip Johns once again. Gives up 3 as the teams shake hands at center ice. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll hand out our awards, and then we'll wrap it up here from Hess Ice Arena. Congratulations to the Lancers as they go on to the semis of Division 2. We'll come back and wrap it up after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Trying to think of
Celebrating 25 years of the best coverage of high school sports in Western Pennsylvania. This is the Trib Live High School Sports Network, covering 140 schools throughout all 3 sports seasons. Trib HSSN is always there. On tribhssn.triblive.com, you'll find live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, news, and so much more. The Trib Live High School Sports Network, broadcasting high school sports in Western Pennsylvania for 25 years.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Back here at Hess Ice Arena to wrap it up tonight as Neshannock wins it 8-3 over Trinity, and they will move on to the semifinals of D2 coming up next week. They'll take on either Ringgold or Knock. Neshannock outshot Trinity tonight 41-23, including 19-3 in the third period. And the third period got off to a flying start with Marco Relic as he scored an even strength goal 13 seconds into the period to make it 4-2. Scoring recap, Hayden Tatterson got it going in the first at the 7:05 mark to make it 1-0. Then Grant Hennon made it 2-0, 6:32 into the second period. And then Trinity goes on a nice run here over the next 6 minutes or so, really tilted the ice in their favor as Giblets and Coyle, the two powers on this team, even the game up at 2 with 9:18 gone in the second period. And then at the 14-minute mark, it was Shane Johns on an assist from Marco Relic and Jacob Gruber to make it 3-2, and that lead would never be relinquished by the Lancers. Goals in the third period by Relic, Hennon, Johns, Relic again, and then Sean McGraw to add up to the 8 for Neshannock. Bobby Dadia had the goal for Trinity just 15 seconds after Relic's start to the third period to make it 4-3, but just 3 shots in the third period for Trinity tonight, and the Lancers cruise 8-3. Trinity 1 of 3 on the power play. Neshannock 0 for 4. There was a total of 7 penalties in this game, 4 on Neshannock and 3 on Trinity. For our plays of the game, our player and MVP of the game, Maley Chiropractic, the Play of the Game Award. Maley Chiropractic proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Marco Relic of Neshannock for his goal 13 seconds into the third period. That really set the tone for a wild third period by the Lancers in which they score 5 goals. So Relic's going to get a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Marco Relic for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award goes to Neshannock's Grant Hennon. A 2-goal performance for Hennon tonight. And that big one at even strength to give Neshannock a 2-0 lead in the second period. And then Hennon was also a factor in the third as he scored an even strength goal from Ryan Hazy and Travis Covelli. Travis Covelli played a great game tonight too. He was in on just about every play you could have asked for on the defensive side for Neshannock, but we're going to go with Grant Hennon for the MVP of the game. So he's going to get a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view this, the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Grant Hennon of Neshannock for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. Great performance by the Lancers in the third period, plain and simple. They came out, they got the late second period goal by Johns to give them the lead going into the second intermission. And then third period, 13 seconds in, and then it was all downhill from that point.
Yeah, that's where the game was won there. That late second goal, that first third period goal, boy. again, like to know what was said in between second and third period, because they just came out and dominated that third period, and that's why they're moving on to the semifinals next Monday.
And again, semifinals, the opponent determined on Thursday. The other quarterfinals are Wednesday night, and then 2 more on Thursday night. So Neshannock has a couple of days before they find out who their opponent's going to be. It's either going to be Knock or Ringgold. If it's Ringgold, that's a matchup of the top 2 teams in D2 for this season. Both finished tied atop the standings with 44 points. That's going to do it for us here tonight at Hess Ice Arena. Thanks to Matt Flannery for producing tonight's game. For my partner Lee Moan, we will talk to you on Friday night. We have coverage of the PIHL State Basketball Tournament as Wilmington and the Neshannock girls both get underway Friday night. And then on Saturday afternoon, the Newcastle boys, the Mohawk boys, the Neshannock boys, all in action, and the Union girls all in action on Saturday afternoon. So just check on the schedule at lcsportsnet.com. We'll have the full information as to where we're going to be and what the coverage will be like coming up here in the next day or two as we sort that all out. But we will have coverage of all the county teams for you on Friday and Saturday, and then going into next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, if anybody survives and advances. It's that time of year. State basketball finals come your way 2 weeks from this Thursday. They begin in Hershey 2 weeks from this Thursday. We'll talk to you then. We hope you have a great night. You've been watching PIHL Hockey on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP. Good night.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.